Nussknacker, I always wanted to do it, but I didn't also quite know the story until I got into researching about it, because you think as a ballet dancer, and as a ballet dancer I got the chance to do many different versions of Nussknacker. I thought that I knew the story, but when I went back to the original of Hoffmann, I found out that Alexander Dumas took the Hoffmann tale and made a reduction of it, and taking away all the darkness, all the shades, all the question marks, and all the irony that is in Hoffmann. The Nussknacker is a piece that is, I think, one of the classics, one of the pieces that the audience know how it starts and how it ends. So I try with this piece to work in different directions. So the whole company is portraying the feelings or the storyline. But of course there is two main characters, which is Drosselmeyer and Clara. What amazed me is the relationship, the student-teacher kind of relationship, and how at the end the student becomes the teacher and the teacher the student. Clara is not the Clara from the original, from Hoffmann. It's a mix of Clara and Fritz, the one that is miseducated or naughty, and the one that is a nice girl that normally is Clara. In us, I think we have both sides. Clara is going to have to learn how wrong she is through the piece, and Drosselmeyer is going to use the Nussknacker, and the Nussknacker is going to be basically a teaching tool, and the nut basically is the brain from Clara that's going to have to be erased from all the information that she thought was right, and somehow find out that that only when you let go, or when you somehow completely know that you don't know anything about the world, is when you start to apprehend something. And what I connect is Clara with the Princess Pirlipat, with this cursed monster, you know, that is basically, for me, a child of our generation. We got everything that we wanted without knowing how much we had to pay for it. Main characters are also for me the father and the mother from Clara, and I try to focus a bit more in how she's becoming disconnected with the parents, and the parents, they don't know how to help her, they don't know how to communicate with her, so the distance in between of them is getting bigger and bigger as they are getting more and more things, because I think we are in a society that is obsessed with owning and having more and more things, and sometimes these make us more and more apart from each other instead of connecting us, you know. Because we are trying to put forward a story that is very, very, not complicated, but very full of ideas and kind of rich, we had to invent many things for the piece. Somehow all the concept of the scenography with the moving elements, the requisite or the elements that we connect with the costumes, we discovered things. Somehow we invented things for this piece that some of the departments of the theatre never did before, and they invented for us. We had to play with the music of Tschaikowski, which was very difficult to hear with a new ear, you know. Somehow it's so much in your mind as a dancer and also in the head from the public that it's difficult to find a new way to interpret. It took me a long time to find this way. Because we are talking also about a blind person, a blind from truth, you know, person. I make a connection with an opera from Tschaikowski, Yolanta, that was premiered on the same program as the Nussknacker originally, and it's the story of a blind princess that can only know truth if she is described by her lover, the light and the color, you know. So I found that this connection and could work musically perfectly with the piece, and also I add the barcarola from the Seasons from Tschaikowski, which is also a moment that in the piece we are trying to discover the sensual side of love, no? Because all the second act is connected with parts of the body from the Nussknacker that she destroys and that she has to put back together somehow to find, to make the curse go away. Because as in the play, only when she falls in love with the wooden toy, the real soul, the real person will come from within. You know? We have teaching moments or trials she has to go through. This is a bit inspired also in Alice in Wonderland and a bit inspired also in Sauerflute. So for me, the piece is a mix of many pieces, and we are trying to put there many questions, you know, not make a statement, but leave the interpretation open. I hope the audience will get different meanings out of it. They will hopefully have fun, be scared, be surprised, and I hope they go together with this, with Clara in her life process or her learning process, and at the end discover that they somehow become the teachers and the teachers become the students. You know.